Welcome back. It's your boy Z. Today we have Abby's, plural, on the show, along with my boy Luck. Today we're having the couple special. This is all about cohabitation. Why do we get to the places we are right now living with each other? Go ahead, AD, take it away with the first question.
Okay, first question. When did you move in together? How long have you lived together? So either or.
Okay. We've been living together now for 3 years. So I'm guessing that would be 2019, 2018. It's like a weird buffer year because
it's like spring, summer 2018.
Yeah, so there was that. I mean, I don't want to go into it like a tangent of like where was the first place we lived together.
Yeah, that's okay.
So how long you guys been living together?
A year and a half or so.
Do you like that shit though?
Huh?
Like how was the first year and a half?
We haven't killed each other yet.
I
We
mean,
did quarantine together. I mean, y'all did quarantine together.
Okay, all right. So since we're gonna talk about quarantine, just real quick sidebar.
Okay.
How did you survive quarantine? Like how much of her luck did you get, and you were like, wow, I'm really in this? Because like quarantine, you couldn't run away from it. Like it was there every day, present.
Oh, I just played video games all day.
He did.
But what did you do to adapt?
I just adapt to
I'm talking about
games.
her, not you, man.
Oh.
Not to quarantine to me, thanks.
I don't know. I got her. So honestly, the first setup when quarantine first set up, I put 2 TVs out here, cause she always say, "Oh, we need to spend time together," and like we'll have a TV in the bedroom, so she'll watch her show, and I'll play video games right out here. And then she was like, "Oh, we're not hanging out." So what I did was put 2 TVs out here, so she can watch her show next to me while I'm playing video games.
Quality time.
Yeah. Compromise, I guess.
Compromise. We got both of our things next to each other.
That's a great love language right there. That good
That's
quality
interesting
time.
though, because we were kind of the opposite. He had his game system and TV in the living room, and I had my TV and Netflix in the bedroom. So when we needed our space, we took our space.
And it was great me time. The only game I've ever played was 2K, and I'm not great at 2K.
And I bought.
That was also a clutch,
present.
clutch gift.
So I couldn't give him
Mistakes, huh?
crap. Yeah, I couldn't give him crap about it.
Yeah. See, this is how you trick the ladies. You have them buy you the game so they can never complain about you playing that game too much. But babe, it was your gift, okay? You did this to us. It's their fault.
Yep.
So yeah. But no, yeah, I would say for us quarantine with us, it was a lot more, like a little bit more TLC because like we don't really. I guess before we didn't do it as much, and like we were like now stuck in a house almost every day, and we're like, all right, how do we?
But the result of us being in quarantine was I got engaged. We got engaged.
You know, just her. She was the only one. She's one part engaged. Yeah, we did get engaged.
Well, the 3rd week of quarantine.
Yeah, we didn't last long. 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, I want to marry you. Like you're mine. So.
You got that bored.
Yo, bored in the house. That I made no house bored.
We made TikToks.
Yeah, TikTok went nuts.
It was definitely interesting.
And it resulted in a ring. I got mine before Mello got his. That's tough.
All right, next question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you remember how that conversation went? Who initiated it?
Living together. I definitely initiated.
You initiated it.
And it was so okay. So the reason why I initiated it is because it was like we were going into the summer where I didn't technically have a place to live, and I didn't want to live with Lucky again. Like I mean, that's just kind of what it boiled down to.
Hey babe, let me move in so I don't have to find my own place.
But
well, I kind of didn't have anywhere else to go. It was either
Whitewater
or
dorms.
Or move in by myself, but which wasn't a bad idea, but
She couldn't afford it.
I couldn't. You can't afford living on your own in Milwaukee. It's kind of hard.
She can't afford living on her own in Milwaukee.
Yeah. So
yeah, I definitely initiated though, and I mean, and it was because I figured if we move in, we'll figure out if we really like each other, and I'm just like point A to B. If I really like you, like we'll figure this out within the first year. And I really like her, so that helps.
Well, that's good.
But you guys?
She came home from school after graduating, and I just kept her hostage, and I just, she wasn't allowed to go home until she
Yeah.
called this her home, pretty much.
Hey.
Yeah, I didn't have a job at the time, so I had nothing else to do, and he wouldn't take me home. So we're still here.
Yep, just kept her hostage. That's how you do it.
And just gave me a key. Like,
Yep.
So
I
he
guess-
wouldn't be home the same time I was home, so he's like, "Oh, here's an extra key. You know, you're gonna be home first."
So you gave her a key and not a drawer?
Correct.
Wow.
No, she had a drawer.
Okay.
I cleaned out my own drawer because I was like, I need to start leaving stuff here if I'm not gonna go to my
So
parents'
entitled. This is my drawer. I'm not
So
going
house.
home.
One drawer out of the
This-
entire room.
But on Sweetest Day, I did give her a second drawer.
Second drawer.
Yes.
I'm up to 2 drawers.
We're tied 2-2. There's a fifth one.
You
we
have
haven't
the whole
decided.
closet.
You have a closet too.
Where?
You can't say you don't.
Hey, just for the record, they celebrate Sweeties Day. That's something I haven't celebrated ever. So
So
You're
well,
missing
Sweetest
out.
Day, Sweetest Day.
it's for the women.
It's for the women to buy gifts for the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't celebrated that. So in hindsight,
No.
so we don't celebrate Valentine's Day either.
Okay,
So-
thank you for mentioning that, because you're kind of making me sound like the bad. Like,
Yeah, no.
I don't celebrate you.
No,
we
it's
don't
just-
celebrate Valentine's Day either.
It's just
so.
an understanding we had because at least for me, all of my failed relationships, we celebrated Valentine's Day.
That's not a good way to determine.
Okay, no. Okay. My understanding was why we didn't do it. We're broke college students.
That's true
We
too.
were so broke. We were broke.
She was
Dude.
broke.
Candy bars only cost $1.
She was broke.
All I ask for is chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah, I'm
And if
broke.
I don't get them next week, it's gonna be sad
You
for
tell
him.
him.
she gonna get rid of one of his drawers.
I'm gonna put all my stuff in it. No, he needs it. Keep some organization.
So basically the initiation was you saying let's move in and me keeping Abby hostage.
Yeah, we tricked him. We won.
I
Yep.
guess it worked.
You guys both took an L, literally.
It's fine. Okay. Well, the next question on here is, how did you know you wanted to move in with them? Well, when I moved home from out of state and graduating college, I explicitly told him, we're not moving in together. We're not ready for that.
Fail.
So I didn't want to, but it
We-
worked out, I guess.
We moved in together. Kept her hostage. It was funny because the funny thing was I never called this her home, but she wouldn't either. But her siblings and her parents would be like, "Oh, you don't
Yeah,
live here. You,
don't
live there."
live here. So then I was like, well, I don't have a house then. So I guess I gotta claim one because
She
they
was-
wouldn't let me claim theirs.
That's tough.
When they
Yeah.
did the census count, she was never counted.
Yeah, I wasn't counted on the census because he didn't count me here.
I asked her.
And then, well, yeah, I did it for you. And I was like, well, I'm not going to count myself here because my parents are going to count me there. And then I asked them, oh, did you guys count me on the census? And they're like, no, you don't live here. And I was like, okay, so the government's going to come after me because
Parents
I
are
didn't
the
count
worst.
myself. So, yeah, I was just kind of forced here, I guess. That's fine.
Dang, that's tough. So how'd you know, babe? How'd you know you wanted to?
Why'd you say yes?
Wow.
She said she was broke.
She a sugar baby.
Stop. I took care of you
rolling
first.
in dough.
Okay. Okay.
All right, go
I
crazy.
knew I wanted a serious relationship with you. I knew eventually you were gonna be the guy that I was gonna marry.
Aww.
And we also had a little like situation where like I took you in.
Yeah. Okay. So right here, right now, the parents of her, we moved in together. I lived out of her closet for a whole summer, and y'all didn't know, for the record.
Wow.
But I think that was really when I was like, yeah, we could move in like the following summer. Because like, we already lived together. And the crazy part about it is I spent more time at the house than she did. Because she
Yeah.
drove all the way back to Whitewater during the time. Because, you know, she was just, that was a better
I was
paying
working
job.
over there.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's when I knew I wanted to work with her. Because I'm like, she allowed me in her space when she wasn't here. And I'm like, who does that? And I was just in
She's
it.
too nice for you.
Facts.
Thank you.
Facts.
Remind him.
I will.
So yeah, so that was, I think that's why I was willing to, because I was like, one, she saved me because I was in a garage in Waukesha, like ready for the like football like off season and whatnot. And then they kicked me out after the second day, and they was like, yeah, you can't stay here. And I was like, what do you mean I can't stay here? No, like you had to like pack up and be gone by the morning, or like I'm like, Abby, what are you doing right now? It's 12 at night, and she picks up, and I'm like, yo, she the one. So she comes up, she drives, and it's raining.
I mean, you didn't even tell me to go pick you up. You were just telling me the situation. I was like,
I guess I gotta go.
Yeah,
I was like, and I didn't have a car at the time. I was sharing the car with my brother. So I literally called up my brother and be like, hey, I need the car. Went all the way to Waukesha to go pick him up and bring him back with all his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was kind of like, okay, we're going to...
That was like the pre-moving in before the official move in.
We didn't have any issues.
It was the trial run.
Yeah, it was.
90-day trial.
So that was just like, okay,
90-day trial run.
I can live with him, but
I mean, the small print with me though, I will run off any of her friends if they're not really her friends.
Well,
That's just kind of how
I feel like that's a whole another conversation.
I've been really bad
different
with her
podcast.
friends.
Yes.
Different podcast.
Yes.
That's the one thing she hates about me. I'm terrible with her friends.
We haven't gotten to that
Sorry, my bad.
conversation yet.
Sorry, my
Different
bad.
topic.
Next question, please, Abby.
Yes. How did moving in go? Did you bring a few items at the time and slowly stayed more and more nights, or was it one big move and you suddenly were living full time?
Ours was definitely slow. Some days she stayed here, and then she'll go stay at her parents that she'll call home at the time. So it was definitely a slow move in, and then she still has.
I still don't have all my stuff here because
so.
there's no space for it.
When did she leave her toothbrush here? Like, cause I know you guys got like matching toothbrushes like at one point.
Yeah, he bought me a toothbrush for Christmas.
Yeah, I bought her a toothbrush for Christmas, and she did.
That's cute.
She thought it was a joke.
It was like an electric one.
Yeah, because she'll come at me, right? Because I use an electric toothbrush. It's better. Definitely invest in one. It's
It is.
healthier.
I have switched over.
We talked about it.
She gave me crap. She called it a little kid toothbrush because that's what they give little kids. I'm like, I'm gonna get you one for Christmas now, just because you keep calling me a little kid every time I use it. So when she opened it, she was like, "This ain't for me." I'm over here like laughing. I'm like, "Merry Christmas, it's for you."
But
she
I
loved
had
it.
a toothbrush here before that. Probably like right away because I like to brush my teeth twice a day. So I probably had one right away.
Definitely buy the electric.
I had like a duffel bag here for a while with like just stuff in it. Like it wasn't unpacked. It just like was living out of a duffel bag. Like at first. Before the drawer, yeah. And then that's when I was like, I'm sick of this bag, so I need a freaking drawer. So
I mean, you won because I was living out of a chest. Like it was like literally like a nice chest. It was a green one. I held on to it, and probably like this past summer is when I threw it away. But it was a chest, and it had all of my t-shirts, all of my undies, like everything I've ever owned was in this chest and in a book bag. And I stuck it in the bottom of her closet, and I was like, "That's what I'm living out of."
He wouldn't let it go when I told him to throw it away. He's like, "Why?"
I'm like, "Do you understand what that got me through?" I got through everything with that. Like that was the one chest that literally.
Yeah, we did a whole full move. So all of his stuff fit in his car already, and it was just like moving my one bedroom of like bed and just clothes really, and we just did one big move.
So we were on it.
I mean, if we move from this house, I'll take all my stuff too.
So it'll be finally one big move.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. Because Abby loves me anyway, even with all my shenanigans.
You threw away your chest, bro. Memories.
Bro, I threw it away for her, you know?
You didn't.
Fine.
You didn't throw it away the first time I told you.
It was the third, but still threw it away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the next question is, were finances, money part of the conversation? Was that awkward?
I paid for everything.
Okay, calm down.
Yo. So listen, on that note, I would say right away, I was like, we were both working like multiple jobs and still going to school full time. So it was a lot of 50-50. But I did, again, like a little bit of like my pride, a little bit me wanting to be the man. Like I did take a lion's share of a lot of like what did we need to like actually pay for. But a lot of it again right away was split down the middle. But like part of me was just like why did like she can't make these sacrifices. I need to make sacrifices, and like I sacrifice sleep, pain, like And when I got cabinets to go, that was the biggest plug. Shout out Keanu. That was the biggest plug. It was $15 an hour. I was bringing home $1,200 every other week. Like, so when that was raking in, then I was like able to spoil her a little bit more because we were still like sharing everything. Because we both like are like, we're not fearful to ask for money from our parents, but like we don't want to. So like if we don't have it, then we won't ask for it, and like it kind of like leaves us like on an even kill when it comes to finances.
Ours is it's a chore how we do it. I will pay the internet bill because it's attached to cable, and I prefer to have cable so I can watch all my sports teams. But I will say she has the expensive bill of when we go to Target. She's in charge of Target.
Yeah, he won't really let me pay the bills. Like, I mean, I moved in and he was already paying it, so it's like he could do it on his own. But I, of course, if there's ever a need, I can do it.
Target.
And Target. Target is expensive, and it's stupid. Like,
It is.
and I hate asking, hey, you need anything? But, like, I got to when I go for all my stuff. But we make it work. I mean, again, like, if we move from this place into, like, a big move, it'll be more 50-50 and different just because it'll be a different situation from what we have now.
She's trying to make me to transfer to Walmart, and I still prefer
Walmart's
Target.
cheaper, and it's just as good, but it's fine.
I think the 50-50 works. We try to do it often. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm going to take this bill, or like, take this bill this time, and then we know he'll take it the next time. So we try to split it 50-50, and I think that's the healthiest choice we can do.
And I mean, really, it's, again, taking some finances off the chin where you're like, oh, dang, I know this is going to hurt, but, like, I kind of have to sacrifice. And, I mean, we really just start talking to, like, financial advisors, like, this year. But, like, we've been really good about, like, we want to do date nights. So we try to, like, find ways to, like, still have those and still pay for all of our shit.
I advise, if you want to turn paying bills into a game, just take all your bills and put it in a bag and pick which one you want, and that's the one you pay that month.
That hurts.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
the other significant other goes in the bag and pick. That's what they pay.
We don't do that.
We don't do that, but
we
if you want
to,
if you want to make it into a game, just
we pay all like our individual things like car insurance and all that, and then like if we do have like a date night, we 50-50, but like actually like house bills and
honestly,
stuff.
she pays like 80% of our date night.
Because you don't let me pay for anything else.
When we go to the arcade, she pays for everything.
I feel that. Yeah, we're every other. So like tonight, we had a friend join us and she paid for everything. We were like, whoa.
Yeah, that's what we need to get one of those.
But
Who's trying to take us out?
but I mean, when we go date nights, like it'll be like, and we don't even try to compete. Like there's like some nights we'll do a real cheap night like Culver's, like 10 maybe $15. But there's another night where we'll do like Cafe Benelux, and then we'll have multiple drinks, and it's like,
who wants it?
and it's your turn, so you're like, I did enjoy myself. So it's never about the money when it comes to the finances, and it's we don't live outside of our means. So like when people try to like, oh, we travel all the time, like we don't, like we stay in the house, we don't have cable, we use Netflix, Hulu.
We're not even a year in our full-time jobs, so we haven't gotten to experience that yet. So hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we get cable. I haven't seen the news in like the last 6 years. Like it's been a while.
Cable's great. I love cable. I watch so many movies. Oh, I haven't seen this since 2002. Still good,
dude. I mean, I've just become like accustomed to Netflix, and like not getting bored with it is like the hardest thing to do. But it's when you find things that like you can get past the pilot with, it works.
Who's taking the next one?
Abby?
What were you most excited about when you decided to move in together, and what were you nervous about?
I'm gonna go first.
Go crazy.
One thing I was excited about, I don't gotta clean everything anymore.
It's true.
I got help to clean? What? Wait, she cleans what?
You don't clean.
I do the dishes. That's about it.
He does do the dishes.
Oh, and I clean the bathtub. That's about it. Everything else is her.
And you could at least clean under the
we
sink,
have a roommate. We make him vacuum, but yeah, everything else is her.
I feel like I like just do the orders. I'm like, okay, can you do this? Can you do that? And then whatever I don't want them to do, I do it. It's like, okay, if I know I can do a better job, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, she knows if we do it, we'll half-ass it. So I'll definitely half-ass it.
He is good with the dishes. I don't like to do dishes, so he does dishes. I do laundry.
What were you excited about moving in? Don't look at you. You.
No, don't
yeah.
look it away.
Oh,
I don't know who they were looking at either. Who was looking at?
Most excited about? I don't know. I think just like spending every day together. Like we did long distance kind of like, and then going from not having to be like, oh, can I come over today? Oh, do you want to see me today? Then just be like, wake up and it's like, oh, what do you want to do today? You're stuck with me now.
Yep.
You guys?
No.
That's what she was gonna say too.
I gotta. Yeah, I was the same way though. We did kind of like the long distance. I mean, 30 minutes.
I didn't have a car, so it felt like a world apart.
Yeah, so me having to drive to him or drive to him and bring him over here kind of thing, that was a lot. So it was exciting just to go home to him, know that he's there, know that I get to sleep next to him every night. So that's what I was excited about. I was nervous really about, I think I wasn't really nervous about living with you, but my parents. My parents the process of telling my parents I want to move in with him was very stressful, but we got through it. I think that was one of the biggest challenges that we had to face, but we made it through. But I don't think I was nervous like living with you. What about you?
Oh, it's me now. But I was nervous. I go what I'm excited about. So I was excited about like coming home to like a girl, you know, like because in hindsight, like I've always come home and I didn't have anybody. Like I got before her. I never attempted to cohabitate. There'll be people. Can I just stay here? No, go home. So like it was like the actual cohabitation I was excited about because I was like, yo, I'm actually living with you. This is like a live-in girlfriend. Like you stay with me. Like, oh wow, like that's different. So then, you know, you kind of like understand what you love about that person and what you hate about that person all in the cohabitation, and it's great. Like you really just understand like how much you can really take from a person. But what we said nervous about?
Sure.
What I was nervous about was how we were gonna like settle disagreements, because I don't argue. I am like the worst arguer ever because I don't give a fuck. Like,
and he always wins.
I physically don't give a fuck, and I win.
Because
like,
he doesn't want to.
We're gonna cut it, nip it in the bud, let it disappear into the dark. Like, I don't argue. So like that was like the biggest thing. I was like, yo, I might have to like take this off the chin if this is like a real argument. Because again, when they show you outside of the house, you know, it's not you're not really arguing with your out of the house girlfriend because you don't gotta deal with them all the time. They can go home. But when they in the house, you got to deal with problems. And not to say she was a big problem, because she's super easy. Not to say it like that. But she's super easy. And
Dang.
Let me take a sip.
I was nervous about the arguing. And we're still working on it. Like I'm still a shit arguer, but I win.
Alright. On to the next question, Mr. I'm a winner.
Yo.
Right. Now you know what I do.
What are you arguing for? Are you arguing just to shoot shit, or are you trying to win?
Okay, next question.
Thought you'd take L's, man. That's what you said last episode. You lying.
Okay. What does your partner do that annoys you that you didn't know prior to moving in together? I'll have you answer first.
Yeah, y'all go. I gotta think of this.
You want us to go
Alright.
first?
I mean, I have.
I'll go first.
No, I'll go first.
Oh, go ahead. Go crazy.
You don't know how to recycle. That's something that really annoys me.
Wait, okay.
Yo,
wait. I got you. He from 34th and North. They don't recycle over there.
I'm from 34th and North.
And that's the thing that's why I kind of stopped, because even in our apartment complex, they don't have a recycling bin or a garbage bin.
They have one big ass
that's
trash
why I had
outside.
to. Yeah.
That's what we have.
That's
fuck
what
am I
I was
recycling for?
mad. But even before then, you would not, and that's something that annoyed me.
I'm like mid Kobe. Like, is she like recycle. I'm like, Kobe's already gone. Like it's shot. The shot. It's in.
Breaking down boxes.
Again, for what? For what? It's
They
trash.
take
So much room.
It is trash.
Okay, but it's annoying. So it's annoying. You
Alright,
don't know how to
so
recycle.
throwing out the trash is annoying. What you got, Lily?
It's trash. Yo, so listen. What she do that's so fucking annoying?
Wow.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not that passionate.
She
He feels so
Listen.
shy about it. I'm not ready.
Listen.
Let
This
it
is
out.
why I
Let
cook
it out.
so much. I cook so much. Like I try to cook 4 nights out of 7. So fucking much. Because she'll cut up something and like leave the scraps. Or she'll be cooking something and like leave a smudge.
I
Or,
am
like,
a messy cooker.
and it fucking grinds my gears. Like I don't understand. And I'm like, there's a wet towel right next to you. Fucking use it. And she doesn't. And I don't get it. So that's why I prefer to cook. Cause I'm like, why didn't you just wipe this up? Like, and I feel like I'm like,
Okay. But who washes the dishes anyways?
you,
Okay. Who cleans
I got
up
mine.
the area?
me.
No. I might make a mess. I'm a messy cooker. I'll admit that. But I
You're not as
still
bad as them,
clean.
You
I
clean.
clean. I clean more than who?
Again, if this is reciprocation, if I cook, you're supposed to clean.
No.
Yes, I did all the heavy
This
lifting.
sounds
You
like a
fucking
personal
finish.
problem.
All right.
They're getting married next month, maybe they can.
All right. So you want to go
Dishwasher.
first or I go
You
first?
don't know happen.
All right. This is
I'm
this
curious.
is what grinds my gears, ladies and
Go
gentlemen.
ahead, Peter Griffin.
So she will go, I'm hungry, and I go, okay.
Here you go.
What would you like to eat?
You
And she
knew
goes,
this
She goes,
before.
it doesn't matter. You pick. I pick. No.
You knew
Bro,
that
that make me
before-
mad. What the fuck?
You knew that before we moved in.
But you can't say anything you want, and then when I pick, no, I will say 3 things, and she goes no, and then I'll give up. I'm like, nope, you decide, because clearly you have something in your mind.
I don't though. I just know that doesn't sound good. And you knew that before we moved in together, so I'm a very indecisive person.
Are you also that friend that say, hey, what y'all want to do tonight? Oh, it don't matter. Are you that
No,
friend?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You promise?
Like I'm usually like, oh, I'm down for anything, but if no one's saying something, then I can come up with something. But with food and I'm hungry, I can't come up with
I'll
something.
be like, chicken?
No.
No. Sushi?
No.
Okay,
Steak?
but also when we go to the grocery store, I'm like, oh, what do you want to eat this day? You know, I like to plan out the meals.
I
When we go
don't
to the
plan.
grocery store
I
one
wake up.
time. He likes to go to the grocery store like 3 times a week. I don't have time for that.
It's
like,
adventures. I like adventures.
but that's not what annoys me most.
Oh, here
You
we go.
already know what annoys me most.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love this
The
one.
gloves are off.
He leaves his clothes. He'll take off his clothes and like just put them in a ball on the floor. And that's not even as bad as the freaking socks.
That's both of
He
them.
takes off his socks every single day and just puts them on the floor. So then when I'm doing laundry on Saturdays, I'm picking up 7 pairs of socks from the floor if I don't do it throughout the
You
week.
know what's
which
weird?
I
Wait, can I
usually
run it
do.
back? Can I run it back? Because I want to tag team off you so bad.
Oh.
Please, can I?
Me?
Yes.
No, because we
Okay.
both do it. Don't even start. We
It's not
both
even
do
that.
it.
It's I got her a vanity, and her vanity turned into her laundry hamper. How does your whole vanity, your makeup vanity, turn into it's a hamper?
What
At
I-
least it's all contained, like in one spot. There's socks under the bed. There's socks over here, and then
Where are
guess
your
what?
shorts at?
Who
Where are
loses
your
socks?
sweatpants at?
You.
On the
I'm
floor,
being
lost
on the
framed.
ground.
I'm being framed.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next question.
Bro, no, time out. Another thing that grinds my gears.
It was
is-
one. It was one.
No, anytime she washes a lot of my items, like my clothing, whether it's a sock, it's a sweatpant, it gets lost. Like it disappears. And I'm like,
I'll skip
who's
you.
stealing my shit? Like,
We do
who?
the same thing.
Casper, bro.
Casper is like, bro, he got some drip right now. I'm so sad. Yeah, she's terrible at laundry because she loses so much. And she brings home a big sock, and I don't got big feet, so I'm like, whose socks are these?
Yeah, I think we should.
And so she just be wearing like
I think-
these stretched
I
out
think we
ass
should do
socks.
this one. and then
It's
that one.
bad.
Bro, she go to the
Or,
laundromat and
like,
she just
yeah,
trades, you
this
know.
one and that one.
Oh, I'll trade you one of these for those.
These are the AJ1 socks here.
Alright, you ready for the next one?
You guys
Yeah,
done?
I guess I'll put the fifth.
Okay, how was your relationship changed since you moved in together? Be specific.
Sex has changed.
Anyways, I didn't know we were going
Next
there.
question.
I mean, our relationship definitely got closer. Definitely had to work. I mean, communication always improves with time, but it was definitely, I don't know.
She's become more I say open-minded to food.
He has, yeah.
She used to be
He's
picky.
good. Okay, no.
She never ate steak until I made her steak.
I wasn't picky, but I mean, just getting to try new things.
Yeah, she likes my culture's food, which is very. I was nervous when I would like give her something like, here, try this. I wouldn't tell her what it is, and I just like. And then when she does eat it, I'll joke around, and be like, oh, it's like some type. Yeah.
But I'm not a picky eater, so that's why I was open to it.
She was picky with one thing. I gave her a quail egg. I should have never told her it was a quail egg, but she finally tried it, and she was mad at me. That
What's a quail?
A quail is
it's
a
like
bird.
a baby egg.
It's a little bird, so they like lay like little eggs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I gave her a quail egg, and she didn't want to eat it the first day, and then the second day, I didn't even say anything. She was like, okay, I'll try it. I didn't even say anything, and she got mad at me because I didn't force her to eat it because she liked it. After like all the day before, I was like, just try it. It just tastes like a regular egg. Just try it.
Okay, well maybe not come at me and say something that you think changed.
What? I did.
That was my food. What about you?
What
do
I
you
ch-
think you changed?
I put down the toilet seat.
Bam.
After I
That is
peed.
true.
Win.
Any boy
He
who
did
comes
that
over to
too.
my house now, I yell at them if they don't put down the
Chris,
seat.
you laugh it up, didn't you? Yeah.
It's always Chris.
So if you need a scapegoat and you come over here and you don't leave it, say Chris did it.
That's true.
But
You'll probably get away with it.
See, that's changed. I put down the toilet seat now.
I think just like being more comfortable with each other too once you like live together. It's like you're in a close space, especially because we're young, living in like a non-expensive place. There's not a lot of space to go, so you just make it work.
I wear a chastity belt for a whole month. It's just comes off once a month.
This is clearly what Lindsay wants to talk about.
I'm just saying.
So, good luck.
That's what changed. It did.
Why did it change?
Because you said it feels better. And I was like, all right, once a month it is.
No.
But on
I think it has to do more than that, and we're not going to talk about it in the podcast because it's
That's a different
personal.
episode.
All
It
right.
is. It
Leave
really
a comment.
is.
Leave a comment down below if you want to see that episode.
SBU After Dark.
Personal. It's personal, and it has to do with a lot of things. So I feel like
all right. So
yes.
on
We're not
another
gonna-
note, something that I would say that has changed in the relationship is the willingness to compromise. Because again, I'm a very strong-headed person,
Very.
Yes,
as
he
you guys
is.
might have
Very.
known.
Yes, he is.
But like my willingness
Like,
to
shake
actually,
your head, Lucky. Agree to that. Yeah. Yeah.
but my my tolerance
No.
and like my willingness to like give up something, and it's not even like to get something, it's just to give up, has changed a lot. So you're welcome.
Compromise is important.
You're welcome.
You got any change, Abby, before we move to the next one?
No.
You don't got
That's
no
good.
changes. Nothing's changed.
You got it, dude.
No, I think something that's changed is just our communication a lot.
You put the toilet seat down?
Like, when you coming home? Because I know where you
I
live
never
now.
really said much about the toilet seat.
Because I'm a good guy. Put it down so she don't fall in.
Yeah, but then I close the door, the bathroom door.
Oh my
That's
God.
another conversation we're not gonna talk about.
Let's
Okay.
just move along. Let's just
No.
Let's just move
5
along.
seconds.
Let's move along. Let's just
No,
Quick
no,
sidebar.
No,
Quick
sidebar.
sidebar.
communication.
Alright,
Communication
next.
change.
Moving along.
Are you guys good with doing one more question?
It's okay.
Alright,
Last
last
question?
question.
Yes.
Last question for the road.
Last question. All right. Last question is, what advice do you have for couples considering moving in together?
All right, bet. I got it. I'll start.
Do it.
Don't close the door, the bathroom door,
I'm gonna bring it
in the middle of the night when it's usually open, because you will go face first into the bathroom door. That was a change I had to like having to realize. I was like, oh, okay. But on a real note, some real advice is don't move in with just anybody. Like, not because it feel good or because you think you love her. Like, move
Or
in
him.
or him. Sorry, my bad. It was only one direction. Sorry. Like move in with an intent to like go further than just moving in. So like yeah, that would be my biggest advice because like we don't want no like mysterious babies out here because you thought she was the one or he was the one.
Don't rush it.
I agree because this is the moving in is a big step, and there is no step back because the step back is pretty much leads to the relationship being done.
Yeah, once you move in, you no longer a player.
Yeah.
Him or her, y'all no longer players. Y'all in it.
I think he meant is if you move in and then it doesn't work out, you break up.
Well, yeah.
But like you can't just like because that's a step forward. You can't take a step back. Like hold on, because you
Like,
already
never
made
mind.
that step. That's like you can't. Most steps you can go. Okay, hold on, time out.
Wait, what are we? Wait, we moved in. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? You know my girlfriend. Like you in it, bruh. She's yours.
I think also like being like open-minded or like accepting the change because a lot is gonna change and you're gonna have to adjust to a lot of new things. Like not only are you moving in with someone, you're also moving in with a boy or vice versa. Like I only have sisters. I live with girls all through college, so it's like for me it's like okay, now I'm living with a boy and boys are very
Different.
and
Yeah.
do things very differently, so you just
And I
have to adjust.
feel like our cultural
in culture,
has a lot to do with it too. So being open minded in that way, as well. Communication, I think, is key.
And
From the
fellas, learn
beginning.
how to cook. Because y'all can't just rely on the ladies.
Yeah, learn how to cook and like
and
just
clean.
just try to like know how to cook like 5 meals in like an hour because she might not want that first meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never done that to you.
But yeah, no, but cooking's a huge thing. Cause like again, when we moved in,
Thinking about it, that was kind of one of the nervous things about
Yeah.
it now.
her family was like, she can't cook. Who's cooking in the house? And I'm like, me, I can cook. Like I taught myself. I got
Okay,
it.
but I knew like I could cook, but it wasn't like making the authentic like, food.
Again, it goes back to that
stuff.
cultural thing.
Yeah.
Them cooking is them like 5-coursing it, where her cooking was, I made the rice. Look, mom, it's the same color as yours.
I can make chicken.
We
So,
wait for his mom to come home to cook,
yeah.
but he's learning.
Yeah, just keeping. Yeah, I think my thing is communication, talk,
Yeah,
what you
Just-
like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
How can you compromise?
highs and lows and what you can improve on. Or
If you're bored, get a dog.
Get 2 dogs and a cat if you guys are bored.
if you're really bored.
It'll keep you away from having kids, and it'll keep you company when she's mad.
Anyways,
Oh well, so we did have a part 2. We'll meet up again. We'll do that part 2 later. It's a game. We'll run it back. These questions were brought to us by a viewer. Again, we told you, hit us up if you want us to do interesting topics like this. Give us questions like this viewer did. Shout you out. No, I won't say your name because I don't know if you want your government name out there.
But she is in a different country right now.
Yeah,
so.
but you are in a different country right now.
she's
So,
putting in that work overseas.
but yeah, hope you enjoy this one. We'll do part 2 eventually whenever they're done arguing about the
Bathroom door.
bathroom door and vanity bag, and when she decides what she wants to eat, and I pick up my socks.
Thanks.
So it's your boy Z, and we are out.